I think we were kind of lucky to be at the right place at the right time. I mean, the project didn't just fall from the sky. We had a lot of respect for the challenge, I have to say, but the technical development really played into our hands. On one hand, due to the AI trend, and on the other hand, due to increasingly better tools from Microsoft. Then there are, of course, more and more mature open source libraries, like, for example, Skia, which we used. The testing possibilities have gotten better, and we obviously haven't gotten dumber over the years, and that helped us a lot.
Yeah, definitely. The whole AI thing has helped us a lot, especially with all the, let's call it the basic stuff, like implementing all the formulas, for example. I think if we had written everything ourselves, we might have managed to develop maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 functions per day, depending on the complexity. This way, we've been able to develop up to 40, 50, 60 functions a day, and that has obviously brought a lot of benefit in the end.
And of course, we also just have a great team. I should mention that the people have been doing their jobs in the reporting area for years now, and they really know their stuff. And that means we didn't have to start from scratch onboarding them and getting them up to speed from, let's say, 0 to 100. But they were already at 100, making it easy to now push through at 120.
I definitely think the report container, especially when it comes to relations like subtables, etc., it was really complex to rebuild List and Label Classic there, I'll say, although we have now also built in some special features for performance boosts, etc., because we naturally wanted to be guided by the classic List and Label, and I think that was one of the biggest challenges we had now.
Yes, at first maybe also a bit of this, I would say, moving in infrastructures that are not yet so familiar to us. And for me, a key moment was our event in February, when we presented the List and Label cross-platform for the first time. It was just great to see how we can run through this entire chain, and we actually built it completely for the first time ourselves, from a Windows Forms application through Avalonia to the Docker container running on Linux. And to see for the first time that this chain really worked as we had planned it on the drawing board, that was a great moment for me. So I am very surprised, I must say, how quickly this is being adopted. Because this is not the first time we are releasing a new, let's say, product component. For example, with the report server, that was something new as well. And it did take a little while for people to see that, hey, this is really cool, you can do great things with it. With cross-platform, it was completely different this time. Adoption happened very, very quickly. And we already have some larger customers who are starting to migrate their projects. I had a bit of respect for it at the beginning because, I mean, it's new for us too. But overall, it seems to be working quite well. We have had such a good exchange through the forum, I think, with a few customers. That was also fun. At the moment, we have a very, very fast turnaround in terms of bug fixes. So I hope that we can quickly resolve any issues that arise. There will always be issues because it is simply a completely new product that is meant to complement one that has been on the market for almost 40 years. But so far, I am very satisfied. The customers who want to go live with it quickly seem to be quite happy. And the problems that still arise, we are trying to swiftly clear them out of the way. And I am quite confident that we will actually have the first larger teams probably already up and running by the time this is aired.
So I think it's very clear that the report container is key. We brought massive performance improvements there, improving speed by a factor of 5 to 10, depending on the report, simply because we removed or re-implemented outdated elements. I think that's one of the big advantages of List and Label cross-platform. Of course, there's also the platform independence, which is just great. You develop something on Windows, then realize you might need it on the web in a Docker container. You can essentially take the code one-to-one, Build the Docker image, upload it, for example, to Microsoft Azure, and it just works.
I think from an architectural standpoint, because we could plan it beautifully, many things have proven to be effective. And then many things just fell from the sky that I did not see coming, allowing us to make the first release. Things like the table of contents and the project building blocks that we were able to include after all. Initially, we said we couldn't achieve that for version 1. But because we structured it neatly, it was quite easy. And to spoil a bit, even the support for table within table almost fell into our lap because, as you said, the report container was implemented so cleanly that we could just say, now this field is another report container. And voila, almost everything worked. It's something enjoyable to work on because, of course, in a traditional product, which has developed over 40 years, there are old features and a lot of legacy code has grown. When you start anew and start cleanly, ensuring the architecture is clean from the beginning, it becomes easy to extend and add new features. I'm proud that we managed to maintain this cleanliness and didn't rush to market, compromising the quality.
Well, as Jochen has already mentioned, first of all, regarding tables, we are now more or less finished with that particular feature. Then in parallel, we are, of course, already in the process of implementing the charts functionality. I think I can already confidently say that the very first pie charts are already up and running.
In parallel, we are also working on export formats. This is, of course, an important topic. At the moment, we have portable document format and image formats. This is, of course, not yet what one would hope for. We are now working intensively on the Excel export. I think we will next look at the Word export, the XHTML export, so that we can hopefully get horsepower on the track relatively quickly and add new features, so we have the space to look towards connecting the Web Report Designer in the next step, as we have already announced. One point is certainly with the export formats, that we get them similarly well, maybe even better than we have them in classic mode. With the WAD connection, I still see the challenge that at the moment in the classic code, many logic steps that are connected to the properties are still living in this old code, and we always have to replicate that. But it's really just a matter of diligence here as well.
I believe the most significant challenge will actually be the property grid, implementing it in such a way that it functions correctly, taking into account all these various special cases. And apart from that, it should actually...
We still need these resources.
Of course, resources.
There still had to be quite a bit of work, but actually now, I would say, we have solved all the technical challenges. They had to be overcome at the beginning. What is coming now is you just have to do it. And we are going through it step by step and looking forward to it.
Exactly.